Hey, what's up, guys? Collector John here, coming at you today with a problem. I have these two Nintendo DSs that I ended up with somehow, um, and I can't decide which one of them to keep. I really like both of them, but I just don't feel like I need two different Nintendo DSs in my life because while they're both really cool, they both do the same thing. They play the same games. There are a few slight differences that we'll kind of go through, and we'll kind of talk about the pros and cons of each one of these. But at the end of the day, I'm going to get rid of one of these. So yeah, let's get this going. We'll kind of do kind of a close-up look at each one and discuss the pros and cons, and then decide which one we're going to keep. So yeah, let's go. All right, so we're going to start off talking about this beautiful red Nintendo DS Lite. And I got this from GoodwillFinds.com for $45 after shipping. And it came with some cool games as well, and it came with a stylus. So no charger, but that's okay. This is compatible with the 3DS charger, and I already have one of those, so that's actually really convenient. I don't need to buy a charger for it. And the games it came with are actually really good. And for $45, this was a great deal. Like, just a DS Lite, those usually go for like 50 to 60, and then the fact that it came with 5 games and like some of them are actually really good. That was a super solid deal, so I feel good about it. And I'm just going to show the games really quick just so you guys know what we have here. And we're going to like test out a couple of these on both of these DSs probably. Here we have Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story. I'm a huge fan of these Mario role-playing games, like Paper Mario games. Those are awesome. And this is like a kind of similar style to those. And I played some of it already, and it was like really awesome. And I think this is like a DS game that people really, really like. So I'm stoked to have it. I'm definitely going to play some more of it. It seems great. And then we have Naruto Ninja Council 3. I'm not like super into Naruto, but this is still seems like an interesting game to have. I'll probably check it out at some point. New Super Mario Bros. Excellent. A classic DS game. Should be in any DS owner's library, probably. So that's a good one to have. Spider-Man 2, I don't know. I mean, I think the console version of Spider-Man 2 is awesome. I've never played the Nintendo DS version, though, and I'm not really sure how that holds up. But, we'll try it out sometime. Maybe we'll try it out today. Who knows? And then my favorite one of the bunch is Tetris DS. This is an awesome version of Tetris. I already played a bunch of it, and it's super fun. It's Tetris, but it has all these cool kind of Nintendo trappings around it, and seems like a super great version of Tetris. So stoked to have this. Yeah, so as far as the condition of this DS Lite, I'd say it's pretty solid. It has like a few scuffs and smudges here and there, but overall, this is a really nice DS Lite. The screens are in good condition. All of the buttons work. It's fairly clean. I couldn't ask for much more with this system. So yeah, we're going to power this on and kind of go through the system a little bit and try a few of the games and talk about what I like and don't like about the DS Lite. All right, let's boot this baby up. Nintendo DS Lite. Let's see what it's all about. Nice. I love that good, simple startup sound on the DS Lite. Yeah, so it's, as far as a Nintendo DS goes, this is the exact same menu as the original Nintendo DS. I love the clock and calendar on these, and just like the overall design of the menus. I think it looks great. It's just like some great like Nintendo mid 2000s aesthetic kind of stuff. Like, kind of reminds me of the Wii as well. So yeah, I love how all that stuff looks. All DSs, they come with the Picto chat, which is great. Yeah, so you can enter a chat room. You can type some stuff, and the touchscreen on this works pretty well. I don't have any issues with it. I think like the touchscreens on the DS weren't like that amazing or responsive ever. It was kind of like earlier touchscreen technology, but it does work, and you can write stuff on it and use it for touch controls, and it works perfectly fine. One weird thing about these DSs is when you exit an app, you need to like restart the whole Nintendo DS. Um, so that's a little weird, but it is what it is. So yeah, I left Pico Chat and it just shut down, but we'll just restart it. It's fine. It also comes with DS download play, and I don't actually know what that is. Maybe someone can let me know in the comments. I'm sure it's a feature that isn't really super usable anymore, but it is there. And oh no, we don't want to turn the alarm on. I think we're good. The DS Lite, one thing that's really nice about it is that it has a variable brightness setting, so you can turn the brightness all the way up or all the way down, and that's just like super nice to have. And I would say overall the screen brightness on this is really nice. You know, you can get it pretty bright if you're messing around on a bright day, and it'll look good. I usually keep it pretty low just because I don't need to be looking at a bright screen all the time. But that's super nice to have. As far as the settings menu goes, there's not really anything in here that's any different from a regular DS with a DS Lite. But, you know, you can change the language, you can do other stuff. Oh yeah, this is interesting. So with the Game Boy Advance backwards compatibility, you have the ability to make the Game Boy Advance display on either the top screen or the bottom screen, and that's really nice. I'd probably go with the bottom screen. And we will try a Game Boy Advance game on this just for fun. But yeah, all right, I think it's time to throw a game in here. I think we're going to do Tetris DS because I like that one. I think Tetris DS is fun. So, oh yeah, here's another weird thing. If you put a game in while it's on, it will not register the game. You need to restart the console to get it to register that you put a game in there. And the battery life on these is absolutely insane. This battery, I've been using this since last week, and this battery has not gone down at all. And I haven't used it for like a million hours or anything, but I've used like 3 or 4 hours of gameplay on this probably, and the battery is still at 100%. So that's pretty wild, especially when you compare it to like, say, a Nintendo Switch. Those things are, the battery life is so bad on those. But yeah, let's try some Tetris. Tetris DS. Here we go. Let's see. So you have a little volume slider on the bottom here. Turn it down a little bit. You also have a standard headphone jack there, which is really nice. If you want to play with headphones, if you're into that. So let's do a little single player. And I am going to be playing this looking through my camera display and not looking at the Nintendo DS. So this is going to be really bad. I'm just warning you ahead of time. If you want to see someone playing Tetris well, you should probably watch a different video because it's not gonna happen here, unfortunately. We'll just do the standard marathon mode. This game has like a lot of different modes. It also has a story mode and stuff, which is cool. But we'll just do the regular marathon mode. That's kind of what I play, and I play on the easiest difficulty because that's what I do. Okay, this is already really hard to play with looking through the camera, but we're just gonna, you know, it's for demonstration purposes only. We're not trying to impress anyone here. And hey, I got a line. I'm not gonna play a lot of this. I just, you know, I want to show you the DS works and stuff. Yeah, so you know the display looks very good. It's a good little machine. I don't have many complaints about it. Oh no, that was close. Oh man, Tetris is a great game. I'm having fun. I'm actually doing pretty well. I'm like not doing that terrible for like talking and looking through the camera display. I'm actually kind of impressed with myself right now. So you should be too. You should subscribe. because this is good. This is good Tetris content. All right, that's enough of that. Yeah, so this DS Lite, the red one. It's a really cool little machine. I don't have many complaints about it. Another thing that I really like about it is that it has this little cover for the Game Boy Advance slot. And I feel like a lot of these just don't have that anymore. So that's cool to see that this Goodwill Finds one came with it. And we're going to throw a Game Boy Advance game in here really quick just to see what that looks like. So let me grab one of those, and I'll be right back. All right, we're going to put in this Star Wars Episode 2 game because I hate myself. And no, I'm just kidding. This game might be okay. I don't know. Here's something I don't like. That sticks way out of there and looks bad. Not a big fan of that. I don't think the original DS does that, but we'll find out. I'm not sure what happens here. Does it just... Uh-oh. This game might not be working. I think that's what's happening here. So let me try a different one. Okay, I guess we'll try Minish Cap. I know this game works. I've played it on my Game Boy Advance. All right, looks like that's registering how it's supposed to. I don't know what was going on with that other thing. I'm actually gonna hold on. Maybe that was just. I feel like the DS should start up. I don't know why it did that. Yeah, why? I don't know what's going on here. Okay, this game is not registering though. It's not picking up the game, so that's weird. But we'll try Minish Cap and just mess around a little bit. Oh, I went to settings. My bad. Oh god. Okay, yeah. Having to shut down the system every time you exit out of settings. Not great. Not super fun. Yeah. A lot of people out there in the community are saying that if you want to play... Let me turn this down a little. If you want to play Game Boy Advance games on the cheap, the DS Lite is a really good way to go. I think it's the cheapest DS you can get, and it has a really good backlit screen, and it's certainly cheaper than getting a blacklit Game Boy Advance or a Game Boy Advance SP. So, and it plays DS games. So I feel like if you want to play Game Boy Advance games, this is like a really good option. And I'm still looking through the camera viewfinder, and I cannot see the screen at all. I can barely see what's going on. So I'm probably not going to play very much of this, but I just wanted to to make sure that it's reading Game Boy Advance games okay, and it does seem to be. So great, very cool. So yeah, overall, the Nintendo DS Lite, I really like this thing. It's great. I love the size. I like that it has the variable brightness. I love the battery life. I like that this particular one is pretty clean and also comes with the little Game Boy Advance cartridge slot thingy, and comes with the stylus too, which is great. So yeah, overall, this is a great system. I don't really have any complaints about it, other than the fact that it's not the original DS, you know? So let's look at the original DS, and we'll talk about that one a little bit. All right, and here's my beautiful silver original Nintendo DS. Just a ginormous honking thing. Yeah, so if I'm being honest, I just really like this design more than the design of the DS Lite. And it's not as practical. It's bigger, it's not as comfortable to hold, but there's just something about the way this looks, and I just think it looks cool. It looks kind of almost retro futuristic in how just strange and impractical its proportions are. Like the top screen is smaller than the bottom thing. There's just this asymmetrical appeal to the design that kind of reminds me of like a Star Trek tricorder or something. I don't know. I just think this thing looks awesome, and this is also the same model that I had when I was a kid. So on top of the aesthetic just being more appealing to me, there's also like kind of a nostalgic factor to it as well. And we all know if you're watching this channel about collecting retro video games, nostalgia often trumps everything. But we're still going to take a look at this and kind of talk about it, and I don't know. We'll come to a decision pretty quick here, I think. Hopefully, we'll see. So this Nintendo DS I got off Mercari for $25, which that's also a really good price for a DS. It didn't come with anything. It did come with like a third-party GameStop charger, which is good because I didn't want to buy the charger for it. It did not come with a stylus. Every DS uses a different stylus, which is just the dumbest thing. I don't know why they didn't just standardize it. Like, there's literally a different stylus for every SKU of the Nintendo DS and the 3DS. It's so dumb. But anyway, I had to order a stylus. It still hasn't arrived. This one, condition-wise, I think it's actually a little worse than the DS Lite. There's some scratches on the bottom screen. There's some like scuffing on top a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but there's also like this residue on the side here, which it looks like there was a sticker on it that was peeled off. But I can probably just use some Goo Gone on that, and it'll be fine. Overall, the condition's like not terrible. It's okay. It's just a little more worn out than the DS Lite, and that does factor into my decision a little bit. I mean, I would rather have the one that's a little cleaner, but I don't know. We'll see. Another thing that I really like about this one is that it came with the original Nintendo DS wrist strap / thumb stylus. You can like use this thing. You like put your thumb in it. You can use it as a stylus, kind of. I don't know. It seems kind of weird. I'd rather just use a regular stylus. But the aesthetic of the thumb strap is divine when coupled with the original Nintendo DS model. I just think that looks great. For some reason, the wrist strap on the DS Lite just doesn't appeal to me as much. I don't know why. That's just a stupid thing, but I just think it looks better on the original DS. I don't know what to tell you. That's just how I feel. All right, so let's fire this thing up and try some games. Yep, so it has the exact same system menu as the DS Lite. The only difference here is that it does not have that variable brightness. So you have either you can turn your backlight on or your backlight off. And those are your two options. I don't know why you'd ever want to turn your backlight off unless you just really wanted to save battery. But I think in a similar fashion to your DS Lite, I think the battery on this original DS is also really good. It seems like it lasts a long time. So that's cool. Yeah, so let's pop a game in here and try it out. We'll see if it even reads a game, because I honestly haven't really tested this DS yet. So maybe this will be a really easy decision when this thing doesn't read games. We'll see. I'm guessing I'm going to have to restart it like I did with the DS Lite. Yep. There it is. So it reads games. That's good. We'll start this up. Hey. Turn it down just a hair. So you got Mario game, Mario versus Luigi. We'll go to Mario game. That sounds promising. We'll start a new file, I guess. I could have just deleted that one, but I'm not going to play a lot of this because, again, I'm playing through my camera lens, through the viewfinder, and it's not a good experience. All right, can we skip this? We cannot skip this, so we're watching it. Okay, you know, I'm looking at the screen, and it's hard to tell on camera because you have like exposure and ISO and all this stuff manipulating how it looks. But this display is definitely a lot dimmer than the DS Lite, and there's no option to make it brighter like how it is on the DS Lite. So, you know, originally I thought this was going to be an easy decision. Like, I thought I was definitely going to pick this DS just because I like the design more and there's the nostalgia factor to it. But now that I'm actually playing it, with the screen just does not look as good, and that's kind of thrown me off a little bit. Man, now I don't even know. Ugh, this is so hard. This is really hard to decide which one to keep. I mean, it does. It looks okay. Like, you know, I'm in a pretty bright room right now, and it's still. It's not like I can't see it. It's. I think it's mostly fine, but the DS screen does look a lot better. So, and I never played New Super Mario Bros. So it feels a little. Oh, I died. The controls feel a little floaty for some reason. I'm not really sure. Like, it feels a little, I don't know, a little mushy compared to like Super Mario World. I don't know. It might just be all in my head, but it doesn't feel as good as like a classic Mario game for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. It's probably fine. It's probably all in my head. But you guys don't need to watch me play more of this, because that's not what the video is about. But yeah, let's power this off and we'll try a Game Boy Advance game in there. This version of the DS does not have the cool cover that goes over the Game Boy Advance cartridge slot. Well, you know, let's try it. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to work, but let's take this thingy out of the DS Lite and see if it see what happens here. Nope. That's hey, don't do that. That's a bad idea. That that like almost got stuck in there. It felt like. Yeah, that's a terrible idea. Don't ever do that. Don't do what I do. We're gonna play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! The Sacred Cards. We're gonna toss that in here, and just realized I forgot to take the price tag off of it. So that's cool. Very cool and smart of me to not do that. I do like, however, that the cartridge is flush to the system. It doesn't stick out like how it does on the DS Lite. That's definitely a bad aesthetic. It's really loud. Let me turn this down a little. I have this one displaying on the top screen currently, which I think I like it on the bottom more, but whatever. The speakers were loud. I think. There we go. I had it turned way up, so. So yeah, we're gonna. What's going on here? I can't start a new game for some reason. It wasn't letting me. Oh man, I'm like looking through the camera display and cannot see anything. I have to like tilt my head around to look at the actual screen. What is this game? I haven't played this yet. So it has this overworld, obviously. And I'm guessing there's some card battling as well. But is it like a... Does it have like role-playing game elements with this overworld kind of thing? I don't really know what's going on here. I would have liked to do a little card battling, but we're just here to test that the Game Boy Advance functionality works, and it does. So I think we're just gonna call it at that. Well, we're gonna look at our deck first. Mask of Darkness. Let's see. Do we have a Raigeki in here? What do we got? Do we have a Blue Eyes, White Dragon, Dark Magician of Chaos? Oh, we got Pot of Greed. That's a good one. That's Morphing Jar. That's good. These seem like pretty standard cards from what I remember. Yeah. What's in my trunk? Oh, here's where all the cards are. They got them all in the trunk. We got all kinds of stuff in here. Well, that's cool. All right. Well, that's that. There's one other thing I wanted to try. I could just Google this, but I wanted to. I'll turn it back off. Sorry. I just want to see on video if it'll play a Game Boy Color game. I'm pretty sure it won't, but we're gonna try it anyway because I'm an idiot. That doesn't even. What about this? Huh? You want the? Okay, no. That doesn't even slot in at all. So, it does not read Game Boy Color games. I'm pretty sure the DS Lite doesn't either. I just wanted to double check, even though I'm pretty sure I already knew that. Yeah. Alright, so I think we've pretty thoroughly covered these Nintendo DS's, and man, I don't know, I'm still not totally sure which one I want to keep, but I feel like, I'm probably gonna keep this one. I don't know, maybe. Like I said, I think just kind of the nostalgia of this console really grabs me, even though functionality wise it's not quite as good as the DS Lite. I think the screen brightness thing, that's like that's the thing that almost tips me to the other side of just keeping the DS Lite. But this thing looks awesome. It looks great with the strap. The Game Boy Advance games are flush when you put them in. You put the game in and it's not sticking out all weird. It's got the cool tricorder look to it, and it's got that classic mid 2000s Nintendo hardware vibe to it that we all know and love. So I think I'm going to keep this one. I think I'm probably going to sell this one. Maybe I'll just keep both of them. I'm at the end of the day, I am Collector John. So even though I don't need both of these, my collector instincts might take over. And maybe I'll just keep both of them. I'll probably just keep this one though. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep this one. Thanks for watching. If you want more game collecting content, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel and leave a comment if you so desire. What's your favorite Nintendo DS? Which one should I keep? I don't know. Maybe if a bunch of people comment telling me to keep this one, I'll keep this one. Cool. All right. Thanks for watching, y'all. We'll catch you later.